Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, I've already talked about the road trip down, and I've talked about my free day of fun in the capital. But now it's about Saturday, the main day, the main reason we all went, and yeah. So I'll just start from the beginning. When I woke up, it was around 6:30. There was a group uh, going trying to leave at 7 to get to the mall as early as possible just to get a good spot on the mall. Yeah, I decided not to go because I wanted to just have a little me time first and wanted to get some of my video work done, which I did. That was the first video that I recorded. Um, and yeah, I wanted to have like breakfast and just get the room out done, get checked out, everything like that. Just take care of everything. So I did, and then it was about 7:40. I headed downstairs and started waiting for the shuttle. Uh, I didn't think it would take very long, and I wanted to get going, but you know things don't always work out that way. So it took over an hour before I even got on the shuttle to take myself and a bunch of others to the nearest train station. Once we got on the train, it went smoothly, but it just took a while for the shuttle to actually like make it happen. Which I don't really know why that happened, but anyway. Um, so we took the train, got down to the National Mall at about 9:30, and then walked over from the closest station, which was a few blocks, but yeah. Um, we approached and we could see one of the entrances immediately, uh, but there was lines of people stretched kind of like both ways out from it. Um, so we started walking, just trying to get to the end of the line, and we walked one block. And then we turned and we started walking the next block. And there was people and there's people and there's people. And I came to realize that the entire uh, circumference, like all four blocks of all four sides of the mall, were surrounded and like had people in line to get into this thing, which I thought was just a very cool visual of things because we were surrounding the mall and God was surrounding us. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a cool visual example of protection or, um, yeah, I just thought it was cool. But I didn't want to stand in line for hours, even though it would have been nice to just be there, talk to people, and hear the things that were going on. Since I was there still pretty much at the beginning, I decided to uh, take one last stop that I hadn't gotten to on the Friday before. So I trekked off after taking some pictures, and I trekked off to the Spy Museum because I wanted to get that one done. And, well, I first wanted to go when I was like 13 or 14, and I'm 28, so that's half my life. And when it's very rare, I'd say, for things to even meet an expectation when it's been held for a long time, but it actually did. Like that's definitely a worthwhile museum to see. Um, yeah. So I did that, and then scooted back to get just by a coffee shop, got some iced coffee, and headed back to the mall. After not too long, I just wanted to see the museum, but I didn't lollygag too much. So yeah, I headed back to the mall, got in pretty quickly. The line was a lot shorter by the time I made it back there, and yeah. Uh, First ones I heard, I heard Josh McDowell talk. He talked about the importance of forgiveness, and then Ravi Zacharias talked about, well, what I remember was just the importance of being faithful in a day and time that's so scary and dark. Um, yeah, that's kind of what stuck out to me from what he said. It was a hot day, so I knew that staying hydrated was priority. Number one, really. Um, so I ended up, after a while, I went out and found the fire department had opened up some fire hydrants. So went and soaked in that, put my face in it, and just drank as much as I could. So I missed some stuff along the way. Um, Found out that Louis Giglio ended up speaking while I was in the fire hydrant, which was frustrating, but I thought that I missed him completely because they ended up having to shorten the event because of heat and people not being able to handle it. Um, so I'm hoping that uh, they'll either post all the speakers and concerts and things, or they'll make it into like a cool DVD and sell it. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'd like to be able to go back and re-watch and re-listen, because it was worth it. Like, even just the parts that I saw and heard. I sat down, met people from Virginia, saw people from Fargo that didn't come with our group. I think I might have met some people from Texas, some people from Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, not Baltimore. Like, met people from all over the country and just talked, listened, prayed together. I don't even, like, it wasn't even, it was barely about the speakers and things once I got there. It became about just the people, which is what it was supposed to be all about, I think, anyway. Like, the people coming together. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that I think, I don't know how many people were actually there, but it wouldn't shock me if it was well over 600,000. But like I said, uh, it got shut down early, so um, people started heading out, and yeah, we just went back to the mall, or went back to the hotel, gathered up our stuff, and then just waited till everyone got back, and then headed out. Um, yeah, like, this is far from the best description I can give, but I'm gonna go with it. It was all about the people coming together, and really, that's what happened. So while the weather uh, and the health department had it shut down early because of for people's safety and such, um, it wasn't a failure at all. Uh, some things might have gotten missed, but it is an experience I'll never forget, I don't think. Um, so, yeah, it was just good. Worth the driving, worth the no sleep, worth the heat and the sweating and the discomfort of walking around, and yeah, like everything. I'd do it again. Wouldn't even take much consideration. So, let's take a look at the pictures that I've got from Saturday. Not much to say about the drive back. We left about 8:30. Oh, yes. While we were loading the buses, or shortly before, I saw a quiet little spot, kind of a little picnic area. So I walked over to it and just started praying a little bit about some things. Like, God kind of wants me to pray specifically about things these days, and so I've been kind of trying to be intentional about that. I prayed for if I slept or when I slept, that it would be like good and restful. I prayed that I would have. I think I prayed for 4 good conversations with people on the bus, with 4 good conversations with 4 different people on the bus before getting back to Fargo. Um, Prayed for some other things that I'll just keep to myself for now. But I looked up, I just looked up into the sky and at a moment, and I don't think it was there before. I didn't see it, at least. There was a rainbow, like right above where I was looking, like right above where I was praying. It was like, I don't know, it just seemed like a promise that what I was praying for would come true, which that felt cool. Like and they did. Like, I didn't sleep much on the bus, but what sleep I did get, I mean, it got me through. It was restful enough, and I think I actually might have even had 5, depending how I look at it. Like, I did have the conversations with different people while on the bus. So, yeah, it was cool, like, to see those prayers answered. And, yeah, I mean, someone could chalk up the rainbow just to the fact that a storm rolled in, like, right after the event got shut down, which I consider to be a sign of, I don't know, something could be a sign of cleansing, but I kind of consider it to be just because the nature of the thunderstorm. I don't know. It just kind of seemed like a little bit of displeasure over the fact that it ended, that it had to be ended early. but the rainbow came, and yeah, it seemed like a promise to me. So I know there's science behind that, but God also has his good timings, and he works through the nature that he created. So, yeah, the drive back home went a lot smoother than the drive down, which was nice and surprising because that's not usually how it goes. Um, but yeah, I mean, we didn't hit any traffic through really any of the cities that we went through. Um, Stopped at a lot of the gas stations, and so I'm glad I don't have to go to gas stations for a while or truck stops. You can skip both of those for a while now. But yeah, I mean, really, that's all there is to say, I think. So take a look at my pictures, and thank you for watching.